Okay, now for some subtracting integer examples. As you can remember, as we talked about in class, subtracting integers is the exact same thing as adding integers. You just have to make it the addition problem first. So the first problem I'm going to start off with is -6 minus 4. Okay, -6 minus 4. It's a subtraction problem. We need to turn it into an addition problem. So I'm just going to draw myself a little arrow so that you can see what it was originally and what it's going to become. Our starting point is -6. We never changed the first term. Subtraction becomes addition, and our +4 now becomes a -4. So that you can see my new problem is -6 plus -4. Over here, I'm going to draw my key, keeping it consistent, +1 and -1. Okay. So the problem says to start with -6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Negative chips. Now it says to add -4. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they are negative. Now I've done everything that the problem says to do, and my final value is -10. Number line. I'm going to start my 0 over here because I need more room on the negative side. Okay, so my very first movement says go to -6. So start at 0, go to -6. Now my problem says to continue on -4. So I'm at -6, and if I continue to -4, again, I land at -10. My next problem is -4 minus -1. As you can see here, I've got parentheses in this problem, but remember, if there's no operation in the parentheses, it doesn't mean to do it first. It's just separating the negative sign from the subtraction sign. So I need to make this subtraction problem an addition problem. I'm going to add the opposite, which means make subtraction addition, and make -1 its opposite, which is a +1. So my problem becomes -4 plus 1. Okay, addition problem. We all know what to do with the addition problem. You do exactly what it tells you to do. Start with -4 chips. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now my problem says to add 1. Created a 0 pair, has no value. My final answer is a -3. Now the number line. So my first move says go to -4. So I'm going to start at 0 and I'm going to go back to -4. Then it says to go +1. So I'm at -4, I go +1, I land at -3. Okay, last example is -3 subtract -9. Okay, I need to add the opposite, change this to an addition, and make this a +9. So -3 plus 9. As you can see in all of these problems, the very first term, -6, stay to -6. -4, stay to -4. -3, stay to -3. We never do anything to our first term. It is our starting point. We make the subtraction addition, and then whatever our second term was, if it was positive, we made it a negative. If it was negative, we make it a positive. This is our theme throughout subtracting, adding the opposite. So my problem says to start with -3. 1, 2, 3. Then it says to add 9 chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So I've created 3 0 pairs, and my final value is a +6. And now the number line method. Okay, so it says to start off with -3. So I go from 0 to -3. My second move says to add 9. I'm at -3, and if I add 9 spaces, that lands me at +6. So here are subtracting integer examples.